Hello and welcome to another video on abstract thesis series, and in today's video we are going to discuss one function which got released in June 2023, and the functionality is new card visual. So new card visual is something which got released in June 2023, and it has quite a few features which we can explore. So if you look at this feature basically, so new card visual, this is how it looks like. You have an option here to get the new card visual, and once you get the new card visual you can add the measures here. You can add multiple measures, you can create the rounded corners, you have options for that. Then you have options for text labels, you can write down a functionality there. You have option for transparency, position above and below. Then new formatting, you can use custom formatting. You have the images which you can add, accent bar you can add, and you can add the tooltip. So we have various other features like this. Now there is a complete blog for this, for which I'm also going to give link. So this particular blog is specifically featured for this one only, new card visual. So you can go ahead and try have a look at it and try out these. So how to enable this, and from what all locations you can get it, what are the various options you have. So things are covered in pretty detailed out here. So what we are going to go ahead and do is we are going to jump onto the Power BI and we'll have a quick look at this new card visual. So this is the new card visual which is there. Now you can see it in my Power BI. Now to enable this, let's go to the first of all file, options and setting, options, files, options and setting, options, and under the preview feature you can see that I've already enabled the new card visual feature. Now you can press OK after you have done it if you have not done it till now. I can press cancel because I've already added it. I go to my Power BI and here now I add a new card visual. Now once I add the card visual, I can give it a little bit bigger size, and then from my measure, so I have my model where I have net measure, I have a gross measure, I have, let's say, COGS measure, I have a discount measure, discount percentage, margin percentage, and margin. I have quite a few measures. Now when I add more measures, now if the formatting is not proper, you will see a little bit of challenges now, but we'll experiment, and that's why I added so many measures. So now to do the formatting, because I'm not using on object interactions, so I still do have the formatting out here. I can click on the formatting and you can see the shapes. So right now it's rectangle, so I can say rounded rectangle, and you can see how much round you want more or less, you can do that. Okay, now then you have the snip on both tops, so you can have a shape like this, but I like the rounded rectangle better than this, so I'll continue with rounded rectangle with little bit less round. Okay, customize style is on, and then I can decide each corner, I can decide left, right, but I think it's better that we don't use the custom one. I will use the one which has been provided, the seeded one. Then the callout value, you can decide the font size for the callout value. I typically don't change the font size from here. I prefer to change it from theme, but just to showcase you that I can decrease the size for the callout values from here. I can change the font and you can see what font I'm using, what size I'm using. I can make bold, I can say underline, and all those things I can do. Now color, I can come based on the color, or you can write down a conditional formatting statement which you can go and use gradient, rules, or field value options. Based on that, these values can be conditionally formatted. Now there is alignment, horizontal alignment, and you can see the alignment which is changing based on this. And display units are auto. Rep text, if it is a longer text, you can use the rep text. Display units are auto, but if you use custom, you will be able to give your own format, but right now I'm going to keep it auto. Now this is one of the things which you keep on asking, what happens if I have a blank value, what do you want to show? So if there is a blank value, you might like to show something, we can show it hyphen or something like that. So maybe we put some date or month here where we don't have a data. Let's put a slicer. So let's select January 2028. So when we don't have data, you can see that it's showing it all blank, hyphen. Now it is not showing blank, it's showing all hyphen. I can have my own text also. I can slide down let's say click on this, and I can click on the card visual, and I can go to the call out, and I can say no data found. Okay, I can have statement like that. Now because my font size is bigger, it's going to be a little bit bigger, but if we give the proper values, it may adjust to that. So let me do one thing, let me reduce it, and I'm going to play around still with this one, and we'll keep it like this. We will do more changes and check it out. Okay, now the call out value, after that we have a layout, you have the vertical alignment, and now the most important one comes is the orientation. So right now it is horizontal orientation, and I can make it vertical. Now when I make it vertical, it looks like this. Okay, still I have such a big one, so many. Now but it's look much better, isn't it? Space between the cards I can reduce or I can increase. So I've almost reduced it. Now here again, now because in the vertical right now there is not much space, it's whenever I pressing these alignment, it is not showing me any difference now. But what I'm going to do, I'm going to make it grid. Now the moment I made it grid, it looks very ugly. What is happening here? But this is what I'm going to do. I'm going to say 3 rows, and I'm going to say 2 columns. Now you can see everything sorted out in much better manner. So now depending on how I want it to display, I can do that. Now if I go back again here, now I've chosen a one where there is a data, and you can see what happens when there is no data. Now if I choose this horizontal vertical alignment, it is going to make a difference. Okay, so these are your layout properties. Now you have a card here. In the card, basically you have so many things. You have fill on and off. So fill, you can decide the background color, you can have the color in the background. Right now I don't want that, I want the transparency. Border, if you don't want the border. Now if you don't have the border, there is no rounded edge also. Without border, this is how it looks like. And then you see, I think when you don't have border, your adjustment is much better. I think that's what you can play around. Shadow, if you want the shadow, but let's keep the border for some time. Now glow, this is how it will look like with the glow. You will have now images. Right now I don't have image, but you can actually go ahead and add some images or image URL, and then you can make it more, look much better than, what there are small icons which can come here, and then you can use the image there. So I'm disabling the image here. Now then accent bar is something which you should explore. So there is a bar which is coming here before it, if you can notice. So there is a bar here actually. That's what we call the accent bar. Then again, there is an option for the accent bar itself. Now there is a color. Let's make it, let's say, orange color. So this could be based on your organizational theme. You can have some color, orange, or let's say blue color or something like that. Depending on that, you can have it. And now with this accent bar, I can basically go ahead and remove the border. So it will look like this. Okay. So there are so many permutations and combinations which you can create because of all these features. And I can switch off the glow, it will look a little bit different. I can switch on shadow, now it looks a little bit different. So you have that flexibility of doing those. One feature which we did not explore out here is when we move this net and gross up and down. So we have the label, and we can move this label now above value and below value. So this is below value and this is above value. And align baseline, we can switch off and switch on. Text wrap, which can switch on and switch off. So there are few general features which we can also check it out. So like general properties are there, height and weight. Title is there if you want a title. Now definitely I don't want to give a title to so many cards together, but we can say, let's say this is cards, and if you don't want, you can have it. Now same way we have subtitles and other like dividers and all those spacing is there. So these are various features of the card visual. I'll give you the link of the documentation also. So why don't you go ahead and try this newly released card visual, and let me know what else you want me to cover in this particular series. Thanks for watching this video. Thank you.